Free stuff is awesome, but free stuff to spice up the bedroom is even better. Whether you're buying a gift for your sugar baby or just for yourself, you can get 50% off at adamandeve.com when you enter the code CANDY at checkout.
And that's not all. Adam and Eve will include 10 tantalizing free gifts, a sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and a third item all partners can enjoy. Plus, you'll receive 6 free spicy movies.
But the best part is the free shipping.
You can get all of this at adamandeve.com using code CANDY at checkout.
That's CANDY.
So, Shelby, what are you getting me?
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Candy Girl. I'm your host, Shelby.
And I'm your co-host, Emily.
And today we have a guest that we met on a group chat. Her name's Nicole. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Nicole.
And tell us a little bit about who you are.
So I'm 24. I do sales. I live here in Austin, Texas. I recently moved here. I haven't been here that long. But anyways, yeah, so things that I like to do, my main hobbies are like playing video games. Like I'm obsessed with video games, getting high, of course, going out to the bars. I love Austin, 6th Street, West 6th. Oh my God, I can't get enough of it. You guys have like the best college town here. I'm really into Lord of the Rings. I'm into all sci-fi shit. Like that's my thing. I get on Reddit and like talk about it for hours and stuff like that. Like I'm so into all that. But yeah, I drink, I go out, I do the basic, like basic bitch 24.
I mean, so
living
do
in
we.
Austin stuff. Yeah,
What a combination. You don't strike me as like a nerd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, people say that, it's like something my dad was into, and me and him were really close, and then I just like got into it. It's like it's my thing.
Right.
It's my thing. I fucking love playing video games. Like if my dream job honestly would be creating a Twitch and then just playing video games on Twitch.
Bro, I can help you set that up. And then you can sell your gamer girl bathwater.
I think I might.
That would be a good episode.
Bathwater.
Did you ever hear about Belle Delphine?
No.
So basically it's this girl who kind of does like pink wigs and like cat ears and stuff like that. It's kind of whack.
Is it like cosplay?
It's kind of like cosplay, but she kind of cosplays herself. It's super weird, but she went viral because
Super hot.
Well, yeah, and she would take a bath and like jar the water and sell it online. And I remember she was actually selling some of her gamer girl pee for $1,000.
Genius.
For a jar.
I know. Can you imagine?
Can I meet that girl?
Bro, I wish we could.
I had a degree in marketing, but they did not talk about that. She should have came and talked.
That's what the podcast is for.
Wait.
I'm down for it. I just don't know if I want to get on Facebook and be like, hey, like follow my Twitch with like all of my, because you have to promote yourself. You know what I'm saying?
It's so easy for girls. I remember because one of my friends was like, oh, anybody could do it. And actually, so the one thing that my boyfriend and I can't talk about is me becoming a gamer girl. It's like the one joke we can't discuss because I'm always like, I should become a gamer girl because you don't even have to be good at games.
Oh, you don't, dude. Guys think it's so hot. They eat that shit up.
Like
they love it.
Yeah, and like a lot of guys will like pay you to teach you how to play the games.
I mean, there's a whole section on Pornhub of it too.
I want to be paid to learn how to play a video game. I can't even control if I'm looking up or down on a video game like on the remote control. It's a nightmare.
Well, guys would love to pay you to teach you.
Yeah. Or just get on Twitch, pretend like you're doing good, take off your top, and then you'll get paid. Yeah.
Damn.
I have done a little bit of research. You can't tell.
Nice.
You can't tell.
So from my understanding, you were a sugar baby, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I currently like still am. It's kind of like a different situation. But yeah, I could just dive right into it. The guy is like super cool. Honestly, one of the coolest people I've ever met. Never married, doesn't have kids. Is really like smart with his money. But his like thing with me is that he doesn't like currently just like send me money or like send me gifts. Like I have to go hang out with him.
Right.
So like he'll like fly me out. Like I could literally call him right now and be like, hey, like get me a flight to let's go blah blah. And he would do it, but he's not gonna like send me money for like a Gucci bag or Gucci purse like unless I'm with him. And then when I'm with him, like we do like everything. Like he'll buy me stuff and stuff like that. So like that's really fun and I like that. But that is just more of someone that like I get along with and I like, and he's like my escape. Like so many times. One time I went to go visit this guy in LA, And I was having such a bad time with him. And I called him. I was like, you gotta get me a flight out and like let me come like hang out with you in Vegas. He was like, okay. Flew me out the next day, hung out with him in Vegas. Yeah, like literally like that's how he is. But you have to be with him.
Right.
I love him to death. He's so cool, but he's also like jealous type. So like when I'm with him, I can't like talk to other guys, like, which I understand, you know, he's paying for like everything we're doing. Like we'll go to Vegas, we went to Vegas recently and we went to the Chainsmokers concert or some concert. I can't remember. I was so fucked up. We were staying at this like booth, like right in front of them, like this 10 grand booth. And he didn't even pay for it. He like knew connections somehow. So
that is so cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like a definite escape. I like doing that with him. And I also just like him as a person. He's really cool. But I have done other stuff like, I'm sure you guys have heard of like seeking arrangements.
Right.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I've met guys on there. I've like went on dates. Let me try to think. So one time when I was in Nashville, I actually met up with this guy and we went to dinner. And he was like kind of significantly older than me. And it was like, I was like, oh, what do we talk about? Like, I'll just let him ask me questions, like whatever. And we were talking, we were hanging out. And then he was kind of like, he started kind of going into like, oh, well, you know, I want you to be my girlfriend. And then I'm like, red flag, red flag, red flag. Like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what I wanted. But we were at dinner, we were having a good time. And then he was like, okay, well, do you want to come see my office? It's like right across from the place we're eating at. And he was like, I could actually help you get a job like after college. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, like I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'll go see your fucking office. Like, yeah, like of course, I don't know you. So of course I'm going to go with you to this place that I don't know. Of course, duh. So I like go with him and we go in and I realize his office is in his fucking apartment.
Oh.
Yeah.
God.
So I like walk in and I'm like, God damn, I am so dumb. Like, he's like, we like look to the left and he's like, so yeah, this is my office. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, just like play it cool. So we go and sit down and we're like watching basketball. I'm just like inside dying. So I'm like, oh my God, like what is going to happen? Oh, and not even to mention, we literally walk past this guy that I know as we're entering his apartment building. Swear to God, we walk past this guy that I know, this guy that I've been trying to hook up with, trying to hang out with for like months. Yes, the hottest guy. I actually met him here in Austin and he moved anyways. Yes, he sees me. We go in the fucking elevator and I am literally standing in the corner like pretending that I'm not with this guy. It's me, this guy, and the sugar daddy. And I'm standing there. My face is bright red. I'm trying not to look at him. I think in my head, dear God, please do not like touch me, talk to me. And then he gets out of the elevator and then he texts me. He goes, LOL. And he knew. Like he knew. He had to have known. And I go, what? Question mark. He goes, I've seen that dude try to get with other girls in this area. And I'm like, fuck. And I go, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I'm going to my girlfriend's apartment or like whatever. Anyways, he hasn't talked to me since. So, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, we went to his apartment and hung out and he like paid me to like go to dinner with him and like we made out and it was like weird because he was so much older and I was like about to start laughing and I hated that I saw that guy. But yeah, so I've done like a little bit of that. And what I've noticed like on seeking arrangements, is some of these guys, like they really just want relationships. Like they really want like these girls to actually like them. And like, I do not want that at all. Like that's like, I don't want to hang out. I don't want to do anything for free. Like nothing. Like I have this guy that I'm actually going to meet with tomorrow and we're going to dinner. But like he's gonna pay me to go to dinner with him.
There you go.
Yeah. So like if you're gonna do it, like don't do anything for free. Like this whole like, oh well, let's get to know each other first. Like no, like I have a job or whether you have school or something. Like don't do anything for free.
Yeah, your time is money.
Exactly.
Yeah, we hear a lot of stories about sugar daddies, you know, starting to think that the relationship should be more than transactional.
Yeah.
And actually trying to date sugar babies. But at the end of the day, like, it's like a job. It's like you wouldn't, you know, work at Starbucks for free because you love coffee. You do it because you get paid.
Exactly. Like these older men genuinely think that they could get 20, 22-year-old women.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's like, dude, if you see me take 5 shots before you put your dick in me, obviously I don't want to date you.
Yeah.
Like obviously if I have to do that, you see me go back to back to back before we have sex, like obviously I don't want to date you.
This
I don't
is not
like you.
fun.
This is not fun for me. Like, this isn't my, like, main thing that I want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, you're cool, but, like, I need to be fucked up, like, before we do this. Like, and, like, that one guy, you know, from Vegas, like, I like him. He's cool. Don't really like having sex with him. Like, but, I mean, it's whatever. Like, I've done more for less, so.
Fair enough. I feel like that gets said so much on this podcast.
What, I've done more for less?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fucking true.
Bro, I've made out and had sex with really dumb guys for free. So
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I let my ex-boyfriend treat me like a piece of trash and, like, have sex with me whenever he wants and, like, owes me money.
Yeah, exactly. Always. So how did you meet the sugar daddy that you have now? Was that also on Seeking Arrangement?
Oh, okay. So that was actually a funny story. So I was in Vegas and I was with like these group of girls and I wasn't having fun with them. They just wanted to, like, lay out at the pool and I had taken some Molly and I was, like, fucked up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to, like, venture on my own. I'm going to do my own thing.
yeah, you need a fucking dance.
I just, like, didn't want to fucking lay out in Vegas. Like, I wanted to get fucked up. So I took the Molly, and I'm, like, walking around, and I see, like, there's, like, this pool party going on. So I walk over, and I see all these girls with their tops off, like, laying on this chair. And then I see him, like, standing up right by them. So immediately I knew what was going on. So I walk over there. I'm like, oh, can I hang out with y'all? And they're like, oh, yeah, you know, we have to be nice to him. Like, yada, yada, yada. Like, you may have to make out with one of us at one point. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, like, you guys are hot. Like, I really don't care. Like,
Easy.
I'm a Molly. Like, I'm rolling
hell
anyways.
yeah.
Like, I was having a great time. I was like, I feel great. Like, this is the perfect time. So that's how I met him. And he actually ended up, like, flying me home. I ended up staying, like, 2 extra days at his place there. And he ended up flying me home. But that's how I met him, was in Vegas, because he has a place in Vegas. And so I go there a lot and meet him. So that's how I met him.
I'm trying to think. I had another question.
I just want to interject and say, so, you know, when I was talking to Nicole before we started recording, she was saying, oh, I don't have any fun or crazy stories. And girl, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That
you
is
lied.
so, like,
That
you
is
lied.
crazy. Yeah, I know that is crazy. I kind of forgot that that's how I met him. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
How long have you been sugaring for?
I would say a couple years, like, since college.
Okay.
And I've been, like, I get on there, like, I'll get on the website and, you know, like, I'll, like, talk to guys. But at the same time, like, I do have a job. And so it's like, like, I can take it or leave it. I am meeting up with this one guy because I think he's actually pretty cute. And I want to go to Coachella and I need some money. So,
Nice.
you know. So that's kind of like where I'm at. It's like if I get bored, like I'll get on the website and I'll go through it. But it's like I just need somehow like to filter out the guys who actually want a relationship. And it's, you know, it sometimes can be like you have to like make sure, because sometimes there are guys on there that actually try to steal from you. Like you have to be like very safe, like on websites and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just like a process making sure it's a real person, like their intentions and stuff like that. But yeah, I met him in Vegas at a pool party on Molly.
That's crazy.
So, how sick was his place?
Dude, it was crazy. Like, it was so insane. His apartment was so nice. Like, I walked in and I was like, I don't even really know what he does, to be honest. He said at first what he did, he did, like, bachelorette parties, like, with strippers. So I guess he, like, had, like, him and strippers would go to, like, bachelor parties. I guess he sold a house, like, in California. He's really good with money. He, like, saves his money. He's never had kids, never married. He has a house in Cabo. Oh, hey, yeah, it's spring break. You guys want to go to Cabo? We can do that. I'm not
bro.
kidding.
Yeah,
Dead ass.
we're doing it. I've
Literally
decided now.
FaceTimed him the other day, and I was like, I want to go to Cabo. And he's like, oh, yeah, let's go spring break. I'm like, oh, my God, like, you always want to go spring break. He's like, yeah, because all the fucking girls are there. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right, let's go. But and it's like cool because the girls that he also hooks up with and like does like gives money to, like I'm cool with them too. So we're all like in like this group text and we'll all be like, hey, like who's gonna go hang out with him like this weekend? Like, do you guys want to go together? Like, yeah. So it's like we're all like
Who's gonna
friends.
hang out with him this weekend?
Yeah, like.
That is so. Wait, tell us a little bit more about that because that's so cool. So, are those the girls that you met at the pool?
Yes, a few of them. So it's basically just like a group of right now, 10 of us who are like all over from the U.S. that hang out with him like frequently. And so it's like if one of us want to go, like, hey, like, can one of y'all come with us? Like, obviously, no one wants to really hang out with one-on-one type of deal. And so. If some, like, I'll go if one of them wants someone to come. Like, if I want to go, I'll ask one of them. So it's just, like, that's what we do. Like, we always go, like, in pairs. I have gone by myself. That was a little bit, I mean, it wasn't weird, but it's just, like, it's better to have, like, a girl there with you.
Yeah,
like, hanging out with him.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, does it ever get, like, I don't know, the time you went alone, was it just tiring?
Yeah, and
I mean,
he does get kind of like, I want a date. Like, I want someone to be with me. He got kind of like emotional, and like I didn't like that. So it was a little bit kind of weird, and it was a little bit tiring because like I didn't like him. You know, I don't like him. He's cool, but he's like more serious about it, and he's constantly like wanting to touch me, and I'm like, I'm not even like that with a guy that I like truly like. You know what I'm saying? But that's how he is. So I mean, that's why I kind of like having like a filter there. Someone like,
Is it uncomfortable to like to be in public with him and him be touchy on you, and it's very obvious there's an age difference between the two of you?
in Vegas, no, because it's Vegas.
Right.
yeah.
Honestly, I've never felt weird there. We have been to LA one time. That was a little bit weird, yes. But Vegas, no, just because of the city's fucking crazy. And I'm like, you know what? I really don't give a shit. Like, you know, it's just, you just have to like not care. If I was in like a smaller town, maybe like it would be weird. But since it's like Vegas, but we went to LA one time and it was a little weird because I'm sure everyone knew like what kind of was going on. But at the same time, I'm like, you have to remind myself, okay, I'm here for free. I'm doing this for free. I'm doing all this for free. Just let him touch you. Just let him hold your hand. Just hold hands with him. You know, you just have to remind yourself where you're at.
That's fair.
Yeah, a job's a job.
Yeah.
True.
And hopefully he's buying you really nice things.
Yeah.
What was the deciding factor of you being like, I'm going to be a sugar baby, I'm just going to do it?
Honestly, I just like was like, I spend so much time and money on my fucking hair, my nails, like looking good, feeling good. Like I have to spend so much time on that. Like, why can't like I make money off of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, who am I? Like, I do it for myself. Like, you know, I wake up, like get ready, like do all this shit, buy these clothes, buy these expensive things. Like I do it for myself. Same time, I'm like, why can't I just also make money off of what I'm doing? Like I pay $200 fucking dollars to get my hair done. $50 to get my nails done, you know, like and I'm like, I should be making money off this.
Yeah.
Like, who am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I'm going to like do all this, like look good, like work out, all that, like I should do something with it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll just like be a sugar baby. Like I'll get paid to like hang out or like hook up with, you know, these guys. And it's worked out well. It's worked out well. So that's kind of when I started. I was just like, fuck it. Like I spend so much time on this. Might as well make an investment, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's kind of when I started.
Were you like ever worried about any risks of this, like maybe following you at some point or ever being unsafe?
Oh, yeah. Actually, one time I had that guy that I met out for dinner. He was emailing me, and my parents actually read the email. Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. So I had, I don't know if I left my computer open or something, but I, like, blocked his number because, like, I didn't really want to hang out with him anymore. He just wasn't, like, he was just too old. I was like, I didn't want to hang out with him. So I blocked his number, and he had my email. It was, like, emailing me over and over and over again. And then my parents somehow saw my email. I don't know how. But thank God I didn't, like, respond any of it. I literally just responded was, like, leave me alone, stop contacting me. But, like, my mom and my dad both called me and were, like, freaking out about this. What are you doing? Like, I'm so sick right now. Like, it was this huge ordeal. And of course, I had to just like lie my ass off and just pretend like I had no idea like who the guy was. But yes, my biggest fucking fear came true. My parents read that shit that he was emailing me. But yeah, that was a close one. Yeah. I mean, it's the fear that people will find out. I mean, I don't really care if my friends know. Would I post it like on my Insta or like Snap that I'm hanging out with them? No, I wouldn't. But yeah, that is a fear for sure.
Did you, because you were saying earlier that you were like, never go out on a date if they're not going to pay you, never do anything without getting paid. Was that something that you started immediately, or was that something you had to learn over time?
That was after one day. I went on a date with a guy, and he like paid for my date, but like didn't pay me to go out with him, and I didn't have a good time. And I was just like, this is so dumb. I've just wasted this 2 hours with this guy who paid for my food when honestly I could have just paid for it myself.
Yeah.
So I was like, after that, I was like, I'm never even going to go out on a date for free, like ever again.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was. Just took one time, and I was like, okay, that was dumb, you know?
Do you have, so like beforehand, do you have to tell them like, I'm not going to go out on a date with you?
Yeah.
And then are they usually responsive about that? Like, are they like, oh, I understand? Or do you get a lot of fuck you?
Yeah, I actually said it to this guy right here. I'll actually read what he said, actually. You guys want me to?
I love reading texts from men.
Okay, I said...
Like, specifically entitled men.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He said, hey, how are you? Do you like being spoiled? Let's meet up. I want to provide for you financially and have some fun. I said, okay, cool, when? He said, I'm free tonight. And I was like, where at? And then he said, downtown, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sorry, I don't go on dates for free. And he was like, okay, I'll pay once your arrangement starts. Babe, I can't wait to fuck you.
Every time.
And he sent me a picture of himself. I'll show you guys a picture of him. Like, his eyes are kind of weird. He's like okay looking.
Yeah, I have seen worse looking sugar daddies.
Yeah, I've seen worse looking.
But that
This man screams white privilege.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
something about this man, like this haircut looks like an American football player. Like,
That's exactly
It
what
looks
it
like he's
looks
trying to look like Eli Manning or some shit.
Yeah.
Like Peyton Manning or something. Is that like an ugly version of Eli Manning?
Bro,
is
it's
that
an
not?
Yes, definitely. Also, can you imagine? I feel like it's always good to get a message like that before you go on a date, and you're like, okay, so that's how the conversation would have gone. Like, immediately would have been awkward or overtly sexual, and then it's like, well, what do you do when you're in person and somebody's talking to you like that in public? You know?
Yeah. Oh well, like a regular person.
Well, no. If you had gone on a date, I don't know if you are still going on a date, but like,
I think I'm gonna go on it with it tomorrow or Thursday.
yeah, well, tell us about it because
I definitely will.
I mean, if one of the first things he says to you is, "I can't wait to fuck you," I feel like that.
Honestly, that would get straight to the point for me. Like, that would honestly
Really?
be, like, if I was into him, that would be great because, again, I don't want a relationship. So if he was like, yes, I just want to have sex and, like, pay you for it and, like, us, like, you know, maybe go to dinner here or there, that's fine. But, like, I like how he said it because I just want to get straight to the point. I've had literally men, like, text me and be like, you're so gorgeous. Like, I could see you, like, being, you know, my wife. Like, you know, really cringy fucking shit like that. That makes me block their number. But, like, that, I was like, okay. So, like, he gets what's up. He doesn't want to, like, he knows that, you know, I don't want to actually date him. So
That is so interesting. Yeah, some of the sugar babies that I talk to, as soon as somebody will send them a message like that, they're like, I don't want to talk to him anymore. Like, he's gross, or like he's so overtly sexual, and I'm not looking for that right off the bat. So
what
yeah,
are they
that's
looking
interesting.
for?
I mean, they're looking for an arrangement, but I feel like they want to like get to know the person first.
I think a lot of people kind of come in with this false expectation of they can just hang out with them and not have sex with them and get paid just for their company.
That is true. I think a lot of people do start off like that.
Really?
There was a movie called Sugar Babies with Allison Stoner in it. It's a horrible movie, but like there's a scene. I just watched a couple scenes, and there was a scene of this girl talking to this like 70 or 80-year-old man, and she was telling him exactly what she wanted. She's like, "We're not gonna have sex. We're just gonna hang out together, and I'm gonna be your arm candy," and blah 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 blah. And he like laughs, and he was like, "Oh, you're calling the shots around here?" She's like, "I'm a pretty girl," and blah 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 blah. And I was like, "That's not how. Like, there's no man would be like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, you can just hang out with me, and I'll pay you for it." It was just very...
not one. I mean, I'm sure he would say that to get her to come over there, but like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
I feel like definitely media representations of sugar babies are extremely unrealistic.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah, extremely. Yeah, 100%. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I didn't think he was like cute or whatever, like, I wouldn't probably hook up with him or like, but it's like, I don't want a relationship. It's like, and I don't really care to get to know him that well. If like we go out to dinner and like I vibe with him, then like that's great. But like I don't really care to like get to know him.
It's seeking
That's
arrangements.
interesting.
If you wanted a relationship or to get to know somebody, you'd be on like Bumble or Hinge.
Exactly. You could just meet an older guy that way. Exactly.
Like it's not hard to set your age range.
That's true. Yeah. No, that's just very interesting. That's not a perspective I've heard before.
I'm also maybe like detached. I don't know. Maybe
Fair
like I have
enough.
some detachment. I just like want to get straight to the point. Like this is what I want to do, and like I don't really want to like like I just like being alone. Like we were talking about. Like I just like being alone. Like after work, I just like chill and do my own thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like
if you can get straight to the point.
Exactly. And I know he doesn't want to pay me to sit there and just do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I'm just like, you know, let's cut the bullshit. Like let's get
Yeah,
straight to it.
exactly.
Like what do you want? I know I want money. What do you want?
Yeah, I hope well, for your sake, I hope these guys don't last very long.
Yeah.
So.
Same.
Yeah. Oh my God, I know, right? I'll pray for that right
Oh
before
my
I go to
God.
bed. Please, God, please just 2 seconds, please.
Quick trip, in and out, and then we're done.
Come and go, come and go. Because I'm obviously not going to come, but he probably will.
And that's
He will.
the whole point.
Yeah.
You're going to come with all the money he's giving
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Like, this is how it's gonna go. You're gonna pay me. I'm not gonna enjoy it, but as long as you don't talk that much, like it'll be great.
Yeah.
yeah.
A
So,
financial orgasm, if you will.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. I love that. I'm gonna use that.
Bro,
Please.
yeah. You can finish yourself later and just get paid then. Like,
True. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Do any of these guys act as if like they're the shit in bed? Like, do you ever have to stroke anybody's ego or?
I mean, the one dude from Vegas, like, yeah, I do. Or like, he always wants to like have sex without a condom. I'm like, dude, you literally have sex with all these girls. There's no fucking way I'm letting you put your dick in me without a condom on. There's just no way. But like, I'll have to like go around that, and I'll just be like, like it's just like for my protection because I don't want a baby. Like, or I'll just be like, you're really cool. Like, I would like you in a sense, but like I have to like sit there and kind of act like it's not an arrangement as much as it is, because it would be awkward, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think a lot of guys like to pretend like it's not transactional, or do you think that's like a fantasy of theirs that,
You
a
actually like
20-year-old is
them?
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, probably, yeah. Because I think that's on Seeking Arrangement. That's why so many of them look for relationships. They actually think that these 20-year-old girls actually want to hang out with them and actually date them. And honestly, I'm not even like, I'm convinced like half of them are like married. And so that's another thing. And I think they want someone like on the side. Like they are, well, men are delusional in general.
Yes.
Like, let's just go there. They're
Yeah.
stupid.
Yes.
They're delusional. They think with their dicks. So like, let's just put that out there. So they have no idea what they're doing. And they actually think, like I remember when I was hanging out with that one old ass dude, he literally, sort of he points at his bedroom. He goes, I can't wait till we have sleepovers. And I just almost vomited. I was like, oh my God.
That's so cringy too.
Oh my God, dude. It literally was, and y'all are cringing as I'm telling you this. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how cringy it was. I literally was just like, yeah, okay, where's the cash? I'm getting the fuck out of here. Like, I need to go.
Yeah, that is so. These sugar daddies, I feel like I've heard so many like stupid lines from sugar daddies before, just like talking to other sugar babies. It's like, I can't believe he thinks that that's something people say in real life.
And he was like, you can go like after you like sit on my lap. And I'm like, I'm just like, sit on your lap?
Bro, he sounds like mall Santa, like.
Dude, this dude was like 60 years old. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, this dude was fucking old.
Bro, he could have been mall Santa, like.
On his Seeking Arrangements, he must have been 20 years younger. Like, that must have been a picture from like literally '01. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, fucking when Britney Spears was big, Jessica Simpson, like, that picture must have been from 20 years ago. Because when I saw him, I was like, damn.
Man, you would have just been a baby.
Yeah.
You would have been barely born, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Like, I just remember when he said that, I was like, fuck. Like, this is so weird.
Oh, I hate that.
That's so cringy.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, sleepovers are such a relationship thing because
Oh
we
my
can
God, yeah.
we can romanticize it, but at the end of the day, like, you have to deal with their annoying sleeping habits, like
Sharing a bed with someone?
I hate it in general.
Men twitch in their sleep and like snore and stuff.
Oh, and I'm sure he has
like-
one of those breathing ass. What are
The-
those things
the
called?
sleep
where he-
apnea
Sleep
machine.
apnea machine. I'm sure he
Yes.
can't, breathe, or he probably has a catheter too when he goes to sleep. So
Bro, he probably would roll over in the morning, like put you in his arm.
how could his dick even get hard at that age? Like, there's no way. Oh my God, wait, I did feel it getting hard when I was sitting on his lap.
Oh my God.
That is true. Oh my God, wait. I think he might have came. Like, I'm not kidding. No, wait, I'm being dead serious. Now it's coming back to me. Okay, here we go. I think my mind blocked it out. It did. My mind blocked it out. Okay, swear to God. So I'm sitting on his lap. Wait, do you guys want me to go in detail?
Oh,
on what I
yes.
did? Oh, okay. So I'm
Yes.
sitting on his lap, and I'm like, okay, this is the only way I'm going to get out of this fucking place. Sitting on his lap, so he starts, like, obviously, like, grinding, like, and he's, like, kissing me so weird. I'm trying not to laugh. This is, besides doing business calculus, this would have to be one of the hardest things I think that I had ever done. Was not laugh during this. Like, I swear to God, this was so hard. So he's like grinding me like on his lap. I can feel his like dick like getting harder. And I'm like, I think this is about to happen. Like, I think he literally is gonna get himself off by me just like grinding on his dick. And I'm like going back and forth. Yes, I'm going back and forth, but I'm just thinking about the money. I'm thinking about getting out of there. I'm going back and forth. And then like he just like stops, and I think he like came like in his pants. Swear. No, I swear. That is exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. I was like, okay, the deed is done. It was like walking the trail to Mordor. Swear to God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What a reference to use right after saying that.
Bro,
I love that. That is so funny.
I needed one of the eagles to come swoop me up and take me back to fucking the Shire. Like, I was like trying to think about anything happy in my mind, anything happy. But yeah, no, that is, oh my God. Yeah. Then one time when I was in Vegas with my other dude, he like, I don't know why, but we stopped having sex, so he just like jacked off like looking at my ass, and it was the weirdest fucking thing. Old men are weird.
Yeah.
Men with
Old
money
men are
think
weird.
because they have money, the shit they do isn't weird. Or do you think they're aware that it's fucking bizarre? Like,
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
Have you guys ever?
I've never sugared, no.
I almost did porn. So that's like where my sex
I watch porn all the
experience-
time, so you should totally I'm totally down for that. Like, what's y'all's opinions on that? Like,
Porn?
or like I've never like OnlyFans like and stuff like that, or like
Oh
what
my
is it called? OnlyFans?
OnlyFans, yeah.
OnlyFans, yeah.
We had like the chillest cam girl last week come and talk to us. I was texting her earlier today, so my friend and I actually like subscribed to her channel and kind of looked through it. And honestly, I feel like with porn, it's not even so much like getting off as how impressed I am. Like I was texting her this earlier, so I'm sure she'll be fine with me like just recollecting.
Can I
like,
see?
Yeah. Oh
I
my
would love
God.
to.
So basically, on our podcast last week, she was saying, like, I've never seen a dick that I couldn't deep throat. And I was like, well, have you had a big enough dick? And she was like, my dildo is 9 inches. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And then I looked at her OnlyFans and I like saw her, and it wasn't like, you know, she just deep throated it. It's like it disappeared, like nose to belly. Like she fucking Miss Pac-Man, like ate that shit up.
Oh my
And,
god!
like,
that's really
so it's like
impressive.
going down. It's taking like a 90-degree angle. You know, you're the engineer, so you would know. So
Yeah.
what's this degree looking like?
Bro,
going down
I
her
did it.
throat?
You know, like how
Can we
sword
calculate
swallowers
this?
do that? Bro, we need to fucking calculate. Like, I don't know if like the back is like just a void or anything, but I've never just been.
fucking vortex,
Like,
a black
it never
vortex in the
ends,
back
yeah.
of her throat.
Bro, we could put like a fucking like a 2-foot dick in there. Like, I'm so impressed. I'm logging in right now just to show you. Oh my God. Yeah, my friend and I, we watched that. Well, it was like one of my male friends, and we were like FaceTiming, and afterwards he was like, oh, I'm still afraid of sex. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would love to see that, because I think one of my main like attributes about myself is I'm good at giving head. That's what I'm told. So it's like if you can like give head, like you can like literally conquer the world. You can get a job. You
Honestly,
can, you know,
yeah.
you can, you know, run for president. Like you could do whatever the fuck you just kidding. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Like if you can give good head.
Blowjobs make the world go round.
They do.
Let's
They
be
really
real.
do.
The patriarchy's running anything, so we need to take advantage of that. I have 2 more questions, and then Emily, if you have anything you want to add.
I'll pull this up while like you keep interviewing because I'm like very determined now.
Okay. So, like, a big portion of our listeners are potential sugar daddies or sugar daddies. So, like, what would you say is a good arrangement? Like, what are you looking for out of a sugar daddy and out of arrangement for somebody who is curious and, like, wants to start being a daddy?
Definitely. It just depends. If it's something that you want to do short term, you need to be upfront and honest, because that's the mistake that I made at first. I was kind of just letting them like say this shit to me, you know, like fantasize about relationships, and like I didn't cut to the chase, and I didn't want to be like forthfront about it because they're older men, and you know it's a little bit scary. But like I think the number one thing, if I could go back, would be being dead honest. Hey, listen, this is what I want. This is what I'm interested in. If you're not, then okay. If not, okay. And then another thing is, you also want to make sure you use condoms. Like, you want to make sure you use condoms. Like, don't ever not use a condom. Like, doesn't matter what they say. Like, always use a condom, because you cannot trust what they're saying. And then, 2, like, if you want to get into a relationship with one, if it doesn't feel right, like, it's probably not right. You know, because I think there's been times where I was, like, about to go on dates, and I've just had guys say weird-ass shit to me. And I'm like, I don't even want to meet up in public. So, like, if it feels really weird, because they're still normal people. Like, yeah, they're sugar daddies, but these are still normal men. They've lived, hopefully, a normal life, you know? So it's like, just because they're paying you to, like, hook up with them or, like, go on dinner, that doesn't mean they don't know right from wrong. Doesn't mean these men are just, like, I mean, they probably are idiots. Like I said, like, men are dumb. But if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Always meet up in a public place at first. Always meet up at dinner at a public place. Don't do what I did and go back to their office quote. Don't do that, okay? Please
Fair
don't do
enough.
that. Like, don't ever go back to your office. Always meet in public. Always make sure it's right. I would say talk to them over the phone first. Never give them any of your information too, because I've had guys who have literally been like, hey, what's your banking number so I can send you money? And I'm just like, okay, they're trying to steal from me. Little do they know I have no money. That's why I'm on this website. But I would
Surprise.
say, yeah, I would say advice is, I would say don't use your name. Always meet up in a public place. If that doesn't feel right, don't do it. Also, always be upfront. Like, just be upfront. Like, don't lie about anything you don't want to do. Like, just tell them straight up how it is. And I wouldn't, like, ask too many questions about their personal life because they're probably also a little bit, not going to say embarrassed, but they're probably a little bit embarrassed as well. Like, I've been on a couple, I think I've hung out with the guys a couple of times. We were both at dinner, and it was kind of like we both, like, were like, okay, we don't really want people to see us here. Like, you know, like, and I don't know his reasons why, like, and just, you know, just be yourself. Like, whatever, like, who cares? Just make up shit. I mean, if they ask you about yourself, like, say whatever you want. But, I mean, my advice is definitely just be upfront, honestly.
Yeah.
That's the best thing I could say. And don't do anything for free. Don't do one single thing for free. And if you can, let them come to your place. Don't go to their place.
Really?
These are just safety things. Like, that's what I think. Like, when I hang out with this guy tomorrow, like, I think I'm going to have him come to my place. Because I just would feel more comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Rather than going to his.
It doesn't make you uncomfortable that he would know where you live?
You know what? You're right. And that's something I need to think about. And I haven't thought about that. But this is the thing. Do I go to his house, though? Because I didn't like that. And I didn't like that interaction when I went to this guy's office, quote, and I was at his apartment, right?
Maybe like a hotel or something. Like,
I was thinking about that. Maybe a hotel. These are things I need to think of with less than 24 hours. I'm glad that I'm talking to you guys. You're right. I probably should have a house because I don't even know what my roommate would say. Like, the fuck is this? Like, your dad's associate? Like the fuck is that?
Hey, don't mind me.
Okay. I found the video and we can watch it from multiple, like, she does it like multiple times and I like forced Shelby to watch it earlier and she was like, what the fuck? Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like
abracadabra.
Bro, it just disappears. I don't know where it goes. Like,
so that's what OnlyFans is basically porn. Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, it's a place you can like subscribe to certain actresses or like your favorite people and then you tip them and send them money. And I think it costs money to
like, just.
And another thing I would say is you're not going to like it. Like, this is the thing. You're not going to like it. Like, don't trick yourself into thinking you're going to get into this perfect sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship and you're going to like him and then you're all going to fall in love and blah, blah, blah. Because it's not going to happen. Like, you're not going to like it. There's going to be times you might feel uncomfortable. There's going to be times where you're going to look at him and be like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I even here? But it's the money, honey. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because just know, like, it's gonna be awkward at times. Like, it just really is. You just have to get over it. You have to be confident. You have to know, like, why you're there in the first place. And it's to get money, and it's not to have, like, a happy relationship. Like, just have to get over being uncomfortable.
Yeah. I think out of every sugar baby that I've talked to, there was only one who, like, really enjoyed their sugar daddy's company and was like, yeah, my sugar daddy's awesome.
That's amazing for her.
Yeah. She's really fucking
love
lucky.
that for her.
Yeah, her sugar daddy's really into like all of these weird like sex. It's our lollipop episode. If you guys want to go listen to it, she's really cool. Really likes her sugar daddy, so really happy for her. And then my very last question I have, and this might be a little bit more personal, so you don't have to answer it, but I feel like a lot of the people that I've talked to who aren't familiar with sex work, when I bring up sex work, one of the first things they say are like daddy issues. And it sounds like you and your dad have a good relationship.
Oh, we have a great relationship.
Yeah. So like, what would you say in response to that?
To be honest, my views have changed from when I was younger, obviously, to now about that. I could see why people would say that. There's two ways you can look at it, right? You can look at it and say, oh, sex work because these girls have daddy issues. They don't feel like they can do more. Then you can look at it from where I come at is like, you know what? I am like, I do all this for myself. I work out. I take care of myself. I buy all these things for myself. I work hard. Like, why not put this to, like, good use? Like, I have a job. Like, I have a good degree. Like, I work my ass off. And, like, I love money and I want more money. And you know what I'm saying? And, like, so, I mean, there's really just two ways you can look at it. I mean, I definitely see the daddy issue side. But, I mean, you could say that with so many things in life, but I could see where people are coming from. And maybe there are some girls that do it for that reason, and there's going to be some girls that do it just because they purely can, because they're fucking hot, and guys want to have sex with them. And I'm tired of having sex with guys for free that don't even make me come. Like, I literally, like, that's it. Stop having sex with guys who don't make you come.
Yeah, stop
who
having
don't
bad
go down
sex
on you.
for free.
Stop having bad sex for free. Stop. Like, tagline. Stop having bad sex for free.
I have literally been saying men who don't go down on women should not be allowed to date. Period.
Should be jailed.
Should be jailed.
Should tell you up front. before you even say, no, exactly. And so, to answer your question, I think you could literally look at it two ways. And it could be both ways, and I'm sure it is. But it's like I have a great relationship with my dad. If he knew what I was doing, would he fucking kill me? Yeah. I love my dad. He was like great to me. But I also love money. So I mean, and it's like I can't afford all these things that I want,
I also feel like the daddy's issues, like excuse, is typically a way for people to feel more comfortable with women using their sexuality as a way to make money. Like instead of thinking like, oh, women can be in control of their own bodies and use that to like make money, they're like, oh, no, it's because they have a problem with their fathers. It's just easier for them to like digest.
I completely agree. And I also think that, when it comes to like, prostitution and things like that, this also is a different topic, but it's also political because the government can't control it, right? So it's like you can't technically have sex with a guy. You can't give a guy a blowjob for money. It's like illegal. But guess what? Would you ever go home with a guy after the bar if he didn't buy you a drink? Fuck no. If a guy didn't buy you a drink or like give you any attention, would you go home and like suck his dick? No. But if he bought you like, 3 Grey Goose sodas and gave you attention, would you go home with him? I mean, I would probably if he was hot. Yeah. So it's just like, that's indirect, but it's still the same. It's still the same concept.
Exactly.
It's something in exchange for sex. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Everything's transactional.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any more questions unless you have anything else you want to add.
No, I mean, I don't have anything. No.
What about you, Emily? Any more questions?
Bro, I just love talking to you. Like,
I like talking to you guys. I love talking about this. It's fun. I've actually just wondered what other people's opinions are too, because I was literally talking about like prostitution the other day with my coworker, and we were saying how we think it should be legal. We were like going all into it, like we were bored at work.
Yeah. So one thing that's really like the way other countries handle it, I find really interesting. So I studied abroad in Singapore, and drugs are super illegal. There's a 200% tax on alcohol, but prostitution is legal.
Yeah.
And something about that, at first I was like, that's kind of weird. But then I was like, no, that makes a lot of sense. Like they're able to regulate it.
Yeah.
So they can regulate it.
Yeah. Well, most sex workers I've talked to want it decriminalized versus legalized because then the government can't take a portion of their money, or they can't be involved at all, but they can still have this independent business and they can still like be a sex worker without getting in trouble for it.
I agree.
So it's kind of like weed. Like, I mean, I want weed legalized.
It is the same thing with weed. It has nothing to do with, we don't want women, doing this for their bodies. It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
It's all about how can the government control it? How can they put their hand in it? How can they get money from it? If the government can't control it, it's illegal. Like, which is bullshit. Which is like why I agree with, sex work, which I agree with like women doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because the reasons why it's not legal is wrong,
I agree.
I mean, I'm sure, you could sit here and go back and forth all day, but I feel like that's the main reason, like my personal opinion.
And another reason why it should, I think the very first thing that we have to work on is destigmatizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Sex workers aren't trafficked women who are doing it against their will.
Right.
Like it's people controlling their own bodies. I feel, every single sex worker that we've had on the show has, done it willingly, consented. It's all transactional, but we actually met with some designers today who want to make products and, think of services for sex workers to, at least keep them safe.
Safe, yeah.
Start a community. That way people can, like, exchange, tips, information, like, flag people.
Yeah.
And we can't do that, or they can't do that until, it's
at least been decriminalized.
Yeah, I guess I'm like trying to figure out how to formulate that. I don't know. I think it's such bullshit.
Yeah, we'll have them on a later episode. But Nicole, thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you for having me, guys. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was so insightful. Lots of fun. You're a lot of fun to be around. So.
Oh, wow. Thanks. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. I didn't just like blah blah on about old man's dick
not
for
at
like
all.
30 minutes.
Bro, I
get good dick sometimes too, like sometimes, like a little bit, like here and there.
Do you ever have sugar daddies give you good dick, or?
I have not yet. But hey, we have one on Wednesday. I'm rooting for him. We're all gonna fucking root for you. We're gonna pray about it to whomever. And I'm gonna hope it's good.
I hope you get good dick.
It's like a football game. Like we're all fucking rooting. We're all rooting for you. So yeah, hopefully it is. He looks bigger. Like we said, he's an ugly Eli Manning. So hopefully this is. But other guys, no, they're older. But
yeah, like he looks like a bad render of a character in a video game.
Yeah. So hopefully by Wednesday, I don't know. Things could change.
Yeah. Wait. What are y'all doing for your date?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out somewhere that's like kind of like secretive, so not everyone could like see us. And then I think if I like him from there, then I'll do like probably hotel now that I'm talking to you guys.
Yes.
Now that I'm talking to you guys.
Yes.
I haven't been to the Fairmount. Think about that.
There you go.
Let's see how rich
If
he
you're
is.
not playing, yeah.
Ooh.
What if he was like
paying.
Motel 6 or like, all right, cut this.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go. Sorry, I don't speak
Yeah,
broke.
but I
like-
appreciate it. You guys having me on here and letting me talking about that. Oh, yeah, and another tip. Maybe be on Molly when you meet the guy. It might make you like him a lot more.
Yeah.
If you're into that thing. Test your drugs, though, first. Test your drugs.
You can follow us on Twitter at CandyGirlPod or on Instagram at CandyGirlPodcast. If you want to be on the show or you just want to send us some of your opinions or commentary, you can email us at candygirlpodcast@outlook.com. Decriminalize sex work
And weed.
and weed.
Don't go on dates for free.
Test your drugs.